Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Braden, Tim, Second Legacy, you're amazing, and thank you so much for tuning in. We have got to give you some more rats deserting the ship. Man, yesterday we filmed the episode of Manchin leaving the Democratic Party because he was, going to go independent. Well, it turns out yet another U.S. senator is doing the same move. Tim, something's either on fire or they're very, very selfish. I personally think it's a little bit of both. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think there's different motives for different people in this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How political of you.
Well,
that was very well rounded.
I mean, the Democrat Party is a train wreck. I mean, that's
there it is.
Given. But with the guy we're about to talk about, he's got some other stuff going on too. So
he does have a few little shenanigans. Well, guys, if you are enjoying the content, we are about to deploy the sarcasm and humor unlike anything you've seen in the 2A space, combined together for an amazing amalgamation of freedom. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And Tim, Bob Menendez, U.S. Senator from New Jersey. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
You hate to see it when you got corruption and bribery charges.
He's just misunderstood.
But don't worry. He is.
It's just the Republicans, trying
That's exactly.
to use
lawfare and stuff. It's exactly.
I mean, actual crimes he's charged with, not being accused of sneaking in the middle of the night and editing his own QuickBooks as a billionaire.
Oh, not the QuickBooks.
Yeah.
Oh, of course
he's facing
Trump.
Actual crimes. Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious, that's insane. Well, beautiful people of Second Legacy. I told you we were deploying it early. This is the actual headline because I'm picking up a theme here, Tim. Menendez, who is Bob Menendez, Senator of New Jersey, files as independent candidate in the New Jersey Senate race. Well, wait a minute. Tim, is New Jersey all of a sudden going to flip red?
I don't think so. I mean,
I don't think so either.
If it did, it would be, kind of one of those moments where your jaw hits the floor because I just could never see that happen.
Or an asteroid.
Yeah. I mean, if that happened, I would seriously make sure that all my affairs were in order, because something bad's about to happen.
Something's going down.
Yeah,
Zombie apocalypse cued now.
Yeah. The younger drives too. But anyway.
I can't help but notice a theme here since Biden's been president, Tim, with cinema, as we mentioned in our previous filming. And then we've also got Manchin, which we did earlier. And now we've got Bob Menendez. That's 3 senators in one presidential term that are bouncing out of the Democratic Party towards independent. That's unusual.
Yeah. But we're seeing it all the way down the list, too. I mean, everything from, former representatives like Tulsi Gabbard to sheriffs that are elected in California, state level officials saying, you know what? Exactly. I'm done with the Democrat Party. I'm voting for Trump. I mean, so we're seeing it all over the place on the left side of the spectrum.
And for contrast, it's not happening on the right.
No, because
at all.
Trump is such a divisive political character that
is he?
Well, a little bit. I mean, he's pretty subtle most of the time.
He's the art of the subtlety.
Yeah. But the people, he doesn't really have a whole lot of people that support him to shed because he hasn't really done anything that's different from the norm for Trump, right? If anything, because of what the Democrats have done to Trump, to the lawfare nonsense, they're starting to wake up people in the middle and maybe even some people on the left going, yeah, this is going to turn around and be used against me at some point, or people I support. Maybe we should not be doing this. And they're starting to realize, they're taking this a little bit too far. So, we'll see.
Well, and this is an important piece to this as well. Nothing happens in a vacuum, and you and I have had the conversation multiple times. Nothing in this space happens in a vacuum, particularly on the 2A rights that we fight for every single day. All of these things are connected and intertwined together. Like, they really like to do this horse trading thing. Like, I'll give you a little bit of 2A rights for a little bit of freedom of speech, then we'll do a little bit of Chevron deference, then we'll catch it on the back end. It's all a big game. But if the Democrats are losing cohesion, that is a positive for your 2A fight that you're doing to gain more. That's just a fact of life. If the unit party that is against your gun rights is suffering, your gun rights are going to be growing versus, or at least slowing of the infringements, right? That's an important piece. I'm not saying it's turning around, like I said, to red, but that is a piece of it. So this one's an interesting one, Tim, because as you mentioned, this is number 3. Indicted Democrat Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey filed for re-election Monday as an independent. He's indicted? Well, that means he's the devil, right?
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, the Democrats pretty much turned on him. I think that's the reason he's bailing.
They did. You are nailing it. That's exactly correct.
Like I said earlier, there's different reasons.
Oh, no, there are 100%. Cinema and Manchin were aligned in very similar reasons. Bob Menendez, this is a little bit of I want to keep my job vibe. Yeah. His decision to file as an independent, first reported by the New Jersey Globe, comes the day before a New Jersey primary in which 3 Democrats and 4 Republicans are vying for their party's nominations for the seat he currently holds. Okay, he's getting primaried. Yeah. So he's getting smoked in his own party. Well, that's odd. That's really, really weird. But maybe there's a articulated reason of why he would do that. Why would you think he'd run for independent if he's been a lifelong Democrat and New Jersey's a Democratic party? Why do you think he'd go independent all of a sudden while he's being indicted and investigated for bribery and corruption?
Best I can come up with is the Democrats have turned on him. They've pushed
him. Well, they've
pushed him to step aside and everything else. So.
And he wants to do this for his own self-preservation of power.
Oh, absolutely.
And
he wants to stay in the Senate because that's how he protects himself as best as he possibly can. And that's how he gets money because as long as he has a vote, he has money flowing in.
Exactly right. It's almost like there's corruption and theming happening across our United States Senate, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost like our entire political system has been influenced with a little bit of dark money, huh?
Yeah, it has been our entire lives.
Oh, man, I thought this was new. I thought I was breaking a story. This isn't.
No, politicians are historically corrupt.
Yeah, thanks, Tim, for grounding me. Thanks for grounding me. And I'm about to do something out of the box, out of the norm. I'm about to agree with a Democratic representative who's running to be Senate. Are you ready for this, Tim?
I think
I'm about to agree with him. It's going to happen. Quote, number 5. Americans are fed up with politicians putting their own personal benefit ahead of what's right for the country. Representative Andy Kim, the Democratic frontrunner in Tuesday's primary, said in a statement, "Everyone knows Bob Menendez isn't running for the people of New Jersey. He's doing it for himself. It's beyond time for change, and I'm stepping up to restore integrity back to the U.S. Senate." Okay, well, that last part, let's...
Yeah.
Slow your roll. Slow your roll. Slow your roll on that one, Andy. But you do get points for saying that everyone knows he's doing it for himself, which is obvious.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
But this is how this particular process has to work. Unfortunately, there's no real way just to drag him out of the race and make him stop running. So it's up to the voters. I mean, that's where it should be, I suppose. But this is what gets me. Like, on the left, it is not uncommon. Everybody's talking about, well, Trump's a convicted felon. Yeah, for what you claim he was messing with his own QuickBooks or something.
QuickBooks.
Big crime there, folks. He's a convicted felon. But then you have to, there's this DC mayor 30 years ago, Marion Barry, right? The guy was literally caught by the FBI in a hotel room with a hooker and crack cocaine. And he went to prison on those charges, got out of prison. And who did the people of DC elect mayor again? Marion Barry. Again, charged with actual crimes that were tangible, that were articulated in a courtroom and convicted, unlike what they did to Trump. We still don't know what he was convicted on. We have to make assumptions. And they put him back in office. So it is not uncommon for that type of character to make it back into power. And that's,
what's that say about people? What's that say about people, though? I mean, honestly.
Well, I know. But I mean, it always boils down to silly little things like, is he from the same town I'm from? Is his eye color and skin color and hair color the same as mine? Do they sleep with the same types of people? This is how people vote, right? They don't generally look at like, well, I wonder if we elected this person, if my investment portfolio would go up 27% and if my taxes would go down by 4.5%. That's not how people think generally. It's rah, go team. I belong to this team, so I'm voting for this team member. Doesn't matter if this team member, eats puppies for breakfast. They just don't care.
Oh, was that a Kirsty Nome reference?
No, but it could be shoehorned into that. But it's more of a Dr. Anthony Fauci, because he likes to torture puppies. But anyway.
No.
Yeah.
Not the Fauci.
The Fauci. So anyway, we'll just stop there. Go ahead.
Okay, good. You noticed that? That's very good. Dude, yesterday you caught yourself and you self-edited. Love that. Now you felt the rumble strip, you threw it back over. Man, we're making strides.
Making progress. Now all I got to do is apologize to the YouTube moderators and remind them that whatever I'm saying isn't literal.
It's mostly a joke.
Yeah, I'm mostly kidding.
Well, Tim applies his joke coverage the same way as the authorities cover their law coverage with, ATF forms and other things like that. Anyway, this is the last thing I've got for you, Tim.
Okay.
Menendez. This is the hard facts. Who is facing federal corruption charges and is currently on trial in New York City. I'm finding vagues of similarity here. Had announced in March that he would not run for a fourth full term as a Democrat. That goes to your theory, but left open the possibility of an independent bid if exonerated. God,
he's not even waiting for the exoneration part.
No, he's not. He faces a Tuesday deadline to file as an independent. New Jersey's deadline for independent candidates to withdraw from the ballot is August 16th. So what he just did, and in a summation, a culmination of just corruption and stupidity, he decided to rush and file as an independent because the deadline was approaching, even though he is under investigation for corruption and bribery. But he didn't want to miss that deadline, so he can run as an independent to still caucus with the Democrats, still vote the exact same way, but be away from the Democratic brand. I mean, like, what could go wrong? I mean, if he's exonerated, everything's fine.
If.
Like, God, dude, like, this is the state of where we're at.
Yeah, this isn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. This guy's touched.
God.
So I'm
He's
just
special.
He is special. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out for him. We'll see how that plays out for you, Bob. Keep us posted, would you? Because we want to follow your bid for for being an independent candidate in New Jersey. We'll see how that plays out. All right, folks. Thanks for watching Second Legacy, and we'll talk to you guys soon.